Hello guys, welcome to my this video, and in this Angular tutorial I will show you how to disable past date. In the previous tutorial I had shown you how to disable future date. So here guys I will show you how to disable past date, and guys here I will show you the method, and after using this method you can disable past date in Bootstrap date picker, material date picker, any kind of date picker like HTML date picker, any kind of date picker you can do that. So guys, first of all here I will show you the preview. So here you can see the date picker, and I have used here normal HTML date picker, but you can use to disable past date, for you can use Bootstrap or any kind of date picker, material date picker, any kind of date picker. Okay, so first of all I will show you a demo. So here you can see, if I click this date picker, so here you can see the past date button is disabled. Here you can see, if I click, it's a disable, and past date is also disabled. Today's date is 3 May 2021. So you can see I can select only 3 May. After that 2 1 everything past date is disabled, and the previous date button is also disabled. Okay, but here if I want to go the future date, so you can see I can do that. And now here the past date button is enabled, because now I have came future date. So now I can go only today's date, up today's date, you can see here. So in this tutorial just I will show you how you can do that. So first of all, now I will move to my Visual Studio Code editor. So guys, here you can see I have opened this Visual Studio Code editor, and here I have opened app component HTML and app component.ts file. But if you want to implement it any kind of component like home, about, any kind of component, whatever you want, so you can open that. The method will be same. And in the app component.html, if you know the basic Angular, so you will be know that when we generate a new project, then the router outlet is default, we get that, and this is the defined use of defined purpose. So don't focus on this router outlet. So I will start from code now. Okay, so first of all, here I will add a container. So container is not a it's not a this use of this functionality, because it's a bootstrap class. I'm adding this container for adding space from left and right. So this is not important here. So guys, here now I will create our date picker. So input type, and the type is input type is date, and now here I will write a mean property. So when we set a mean property, so that time we can set the disable as per our choice. So here I will set mean means minimum, it's a short form of minimum. So minimum date, what we want to choose here, so minimum date we can choose up to 2 days. So today's date is, that means 2021, this is year. After that month, so month is May, then that means it's a 5, because January 1, February 2, March 3, April 4, and May is 5. Today's date is 2021 May and 3, so 03. So now save, and if I open, so here you can see the previous date is disabled. But if I remove this mean property from here and save, so now here you can see I can choose the previous date. But here if I add mean property, so I can disable the past date, because in the mean property I can set today's date, that means on minimum I can choose update up to today. Okay, so here I have written here static, but suppose instead of static, here if I write like this way, mean date, if I write this using a property binding, if you know the if you don't know what is property binding interpolation, so you can watch my particular tutorial. So here, there I have discussed about this property binding. You will know that, and here I will give you the brief idea. Property binding means it's a variable, and in this variable here if I call this variable, like in the ts file, here if I call this variable, and type we can write date, we can write the type is date, or we can write the type is any means here we can define anything like number, string, anything. So I will write the type is any. Okay, and here instead of and inside this mean date, now here if I write today's date, that means 2021 May is 5, and today's date is 3, so 03. And now this variable data, if I assign here using interpolation, I mean bind here using interpolation, so I can set this value here inside this mean date. So save, I will save here, and also I will save here. So now if I open, so you can see it's the same thing because I have binded this mean date property here. So, and when we bind any variable in the JavaScript, we write inner.html like this way, but here we can bind a variable like this way. So now here this date is also static, so now we have to be write this date dynamically. Okay, and one thing guys, when we bind any property like mean date or max date property, so that time we are to write format like this way. First of all year, after that month, after that today's day. Okay, so we are to write format like this way, and here in between of this we are to write this hyphen. We cannot write like slash, or we cannot write using dot. Sometimes we write date using dot or slash, but when we set the property mean or max date, so that time we are to define like the property this way. Okay, and guys now here I will write a method. So now guys, here I will write a method is get date. Method name you can write as per your choice. Here you can write any name of this method. Okay, and now inside this method, this date, instead of static, we have to be generate dynamically. Okay, because guys, if I write static date today, so then when it will be tomorrow, so then the date will not be changed. It will mean date set will yesterday, because when it will be tomorrow, so the date will be 6, but here I have set the static way like 05, I mean this month, and this day 03, and the tomorrow will be 06, so sorry 04. So that time date will be static, so it will not mean date, I mean it will not be disable past date proper way. So here I have to be generate this date dynamically. So now guys, first of all here we need this date. Okay, so first of all here is the method that is new date, so we can do like that, var date equals to new date parenthesis. So this method we can get all over the date. So here console.log, and inside this console here date spelling I have written wrong. So now this date, if I print inside this console and save, and now here in the console if I open, so here you will find blank, because guys I have written this method but I did not call this method, so I have to call this method. So I will copy this method, and inside this ng on init I will call this method. So ng on init, it's a life cycle hook, and when it's called, when our component is created. That means simply if I say when our page is load, so that time ng on it called. If I simply say actually when our component is created, that time ng on it called. Okay, in the JavaScript jQuery we mostly write document.data, window.load. So but in the Angular, for calling when page I mean loading purpose, so that time we can call inside this ng on init. It's a features of Angular. The Angular provides ng on init. So if I call this method here, and so that time when our component will be created, so this method will be called. So now here if I refresh, sorry I forgot to save here, so I will save, and now when it will be refreshed, so now if I increase this console size, so now if I increase the console size here, so you can see this is date. So here I am getting all over the date. Today is Monday, so you can see Monday, May 03, today's date is 3, and the year 2021, and this is the time, today's time. So I don't need that time, I need only this May, this one. Okay, so from this date method, I mean this date method I have stored inside this date variable. So inside this date variable I am getting all over the date. So but from here I have to be cut only this 3. So for that guys, here another method like where today date, and inside this today date, now from this date method, so date dot get date. So this get date method return today's date from all over this date. So it will just cut today's date, I mean this one, from all over this date. So now if I print this today's date, so now here let's see what I will get. So you can see I'm getting 3, but guys here you can see the format, that is we it takes 2 digit, first of all 4 digit, after that 2 digit, up and again 2 digit, I mean month and date it takes 2 digit, because month it's a 5, sometime it will be 10. So I mean it may be October, November, December, so that time it may be 10 or 11, so that time this month are 2 digit. So that for that, when it's a 5 digit, I mean it's a May month, so that means if we count, so that time it's a May. So guys here you cannot write like this way only 1 digit, like you cannot write only 5. So here for that, when the month and date will be 1 digit, like 1 2 3 up to 9, so that time you have to be add 0 before the count. So here you have to be add like this way. So and here you can see the date is 3, that means it's a 1 character, so you cannot write like this way, you have to be add 0 here. So guys here you can see I'm getting the date is 3, it's a single character. So for that, when it will be single character, so I mean, or you can say single letter, so that time we have to be add 0 before that letter. So for that guys, we can write a checking like this way, if this today's date, okay, so this today date if less than 10, so that time this today's date, here I will add string value 0 0 plus 2 date, like this way, and it's showing error because here I did not assign the type of date. So here I will assign the type of date any, and this also I will write any. Okay, so here I have written a condition, that is when it will be less than 10 digit, I mean less than 10 digit means when it will be a single character, because less than 10 digit means up to 9 means it's a single character, because when it start from 10 11 12, that means it's a 2 character. You can see 1 and 0, it's a 2 character. If it would be a 11, so it will be also a 10 character, 1 and 1, but when it's up to 9, so it's a 1 character, so that time it will be at 0 with this date. And guys here I have added string value. If I would add this 0 like this way, so that time it would be like this way, today's date is 3, so it would be like this way, like 0 plus 3 equals to 3, because 0 plus 3 it's a 3. But when if I write like this as a string value, so that time string doesn't be add with a number, so that time it will be like this way. Okay, so that's why this 0 I have to be write a string value. Okay, and now guys, now I have gotten this date, and now I need this month. So for that guys, here is the method. So where, and the variable name I will write month equals to, and I will cut month from this date, because in this date variable I'm getting all over the date. So from this date variable, here I will write date dot get month, this get month, this method. So now if I print this get month method, I mean this month variable, because inside this month variable I have stored this get month. So now here you can see I'm getting 4, but it's a May, that means 5, but I'm getting 4 because guys get month method returns previous month. So why it's written previous month not current month? So this is different topic, I will not discuss here. So get month method returns previous month. So for that we can add +1. So that means when it will be written previous month, then with previous month it will be add 1. So I will get the current month. So date dot get month +1, that means it will be written current month. So if I print now, I mean save now and go to browser, so now you can see I'm getting current month 5. But guys again you can see I'm getting a single character, but mean date it takes 2 digit. Okay, 2 digit here. In the month it takes 2 digit. So for that in the same way here we have to write a if condition again. So if month it less than 10, because I said that less than 10 means it's a one letter, or you can say it one character, but after 10 it's a 2 digit, or you can say it 2 character. So when it will be less than 10, then with this month equals to, it will add 0 plus this month. Okay, so now guys if I print this month, so let's check it. So I forgot to save here, so I'll save, and now if I print this month, so you can see it's added 0 with month, because I have written a condition, that is when the month will be less than 10, that means when it will be a 1 digit, so that time it will be added 0. Okay, so that's why I'm getting 05, because 5 is 1 digit, May is 5 and 5 is 1 digit, so that time it's added 0 here. And this month type here I will write any again. Okay, and now I'm getting this month, and now I need year. So for that again I will write a variable year equals to date dot get full year. Okay, so this get full year method cut year from all over the date, and this date, this is this variable, because inside this date variable I have stored all the date. So now if I print year, so you can see get full year return current date. So now here you can see I'm getting current date. Okay, so now I have get all the thing, I mean this date, month and current date. So now I have to be rearrange like this format. So here I can write like this way, I mean, so this dot, so now still it is static. So now here I will remove here, and this inside this mean date, so first of all I will not remove. So inside this mean date, now I will set it like this format. So this dot mean date equals to, so now first of all you can see it's year. So how I'm getting year? So inside this variable, so I will copy this variable and I will paste here, and after that here you can see it's a hyphen. So here plus, and this hyphen I will add a string like this way, again plus, and after that month. So month I'm getting this variable, so month, after that plus hyphen, because here you can see month, after that month it's a hyphen, then date. Okay, so date I'm getting this variable, to date variable, so I will copy this variable and plus and this variable name. Okay, so now if I copy this mean date and if I write it in console, so this dot mean date, and if I remove it from here, save, so you can see now I'm getting like this format. So now this mean date, so I'm getting this mean date like same format whatever I had shown you. So now this mean date variable I have bind here. So now this today's date, dynamically is binded here. So now if I remove this console, so remove this console, and if I open, so you can see it's a disable the PVR state. So now it's 12 a.m. it's come. So you can see the date is changed because I'm making this video at night, so it's at 12 a.m. so the date is changed is from 3 to 4, so May 4 2021. But if I want to choose the date is 3, so you can see it's a disable and the previous date button is also disable. So like this way, using this method, I hope you have understand this method, and using this method you can restrict any kind of date. And there is the max property also, so you can restrict max date also. Like this way you can plus minus, like this way. Suppose you want to this you want to add this date, suppose from 5, so you can add plus from today's date, where you are getting this today's date, you can add plus here. So like this way you can restrict any kind of date. So hope guys you have understand, and if you like this video, so guys if you find this video is helpful, so please like this video and subscribe and press the notification bell icon if you want to get more Angular, JavaScript or any kind of technology related video. So please, and if you press the notification bell icon, so when I will upload any kind of video, so that will reach up to you.